Hi, Darin Mangum here, the PPM attorney. Today's video, I just wanted to talk about a little bit of alphabet soup, um, and wanted to talk about some terms that you probably have heard about if you're, looking into raising capital, whether you're a technology company or not. But I wanted to talk about SAFEs, SAFT, and SAFTs. So SAFE, SAFE, SAFT, SAFT, and then SAFTE or ET, however you pronounce it, or however you want to say it. But anyway, a little bit of alphabet soup today. I want to talk about the differences in those different vehicles to raise capital. The first one, let's talk about SAFE. Basically, that is referring to, or SAFE is referring to a simple agreement for future equity. That is an instrument that has been really developed over the years, especially in the venture capital industry. A lot of startups, a lot of incubators use them. You'll see them online as basically a simple way to raise capital. Basically, what it is, ultimately, it's an investment contract between the investor and the startup company, and oftentimes, a lot of sticking points come up when they're negotiating on terms, whether, what the valuation is, right? That's the big debate between the investor and the company is, what is the valuation? What a simple agreement for future equity or SAFE agreement does is it basically kicks the can down the road, as says, hey, we don't know the value, what we're worth, and hey, this venture may not even turn out, but hey, if we hit certain milestones, if we hit a certain benchmarks in the future, then you're going to this agreement will turn into equity, convert into equity, based upon a future successful financing, about a certain future valuation or certain benchmarks, right? So that's what you would call a simple, a SAFE agreement. Now, those of you in the cryptocurrency world or tokens and blockchain related assets, probably familiar with a SAFT. SAFT was modeled after the SAFE agreement, but basically it said, hey, this is a simple agreement for future tokens, and it's been used by lots of different startup blockchain related cryptocurrency type companies that are issuing tokens. Basically, it says, hey, we're not giving you equity, but we're giving you, in the future, once we build the platform, once we build the network, we're going to issue these tokens. So basically, it's a similar agreement. And in the future, once everything launches and is successful, we're going to get so many tokens for your investment. Now, recently, because, obviously, cryptocurrency has kind of come up and down as far as, investors kind of got wise to the fact that, hey, we're putting all this capital, but if the token doesn't wind up being worth anything, then really, you really don't have anything for your money. And so obviously the same thing for companies, they want to be able to provide something a little more attractive than just a token. And that's where we come into the safety, which is a simple agreement for future equity and tokens. So it's basically a combo where you not only get this future token, but you also get equity as well. And so that's sort of a hybrid of that contract. Now, all of these contracts, whether it's a SAFE, a SAFT, or safety, all of them are investment contracts under the securities laws. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they say, oh, I'll just get a SAFE agreement, download it off of online, and just do the deal. Well, that's fine. That may be a quick and easy way to do it. However, ultimately you still are selling a security. Ultimately, yeah, you may be able to qualify for exemptions, but at the end of the day, I don't care whether you downloaded it from off on some well-respected incubator like Y Combinator or not. You're still selling securities, and investors could always potentially sue you for securities fraud if you don't give full disclosure. Now, a VC is likely not to, probably, maybe not likely to do that because they're the ones doing all the due diligence into the company. But if you were to say, especially in a situation where maybe you're selling to multiple investors, it doesn't have to be a VC. It could be multiple individual accredited investors or any number of investors, and you're selling these contracts. Again, whether it's a SAFT, or a safety, you're selling investment contracts, which are securities. And so, if that's the case, you definitely want a PPM. If you need help with that, certainly you can call my firm, and we can certainly help you structure a PPM around the SAFT or SAFE or safety. Again, lots of combinations there, but we want to make sure you're going to do it right, and so we can make sure to do all your SEC filings and everything. So anyway, feel free to reach out if this is of interest to you. Feel free to reach out, or certainly if you feel this content is helpful, feel free to like and or subscribe to our content. And so anyway, hopefully this is helpful, and or you can always leave a comment as well. Happy to respond to those, or you can just give us a call anytime. So anyway, Darin Mangum, the PPM attorney. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.